Bertrand Piccard and Solar Impulse 2 are past the Azores and getting much closer to Sevilla. Things are going very smoothly so far. We are actually in the back room today. The Mission Control Center here in Monaco is divided into 3 parts, and we're doing that so we get a chance to speak to our weatherman, Wim, one of our 2 Belgian weathermen, and he's going to give us a little bit of a sense because we're at sort of a critical point for Solar Impulse. There is still a front to cross before Bertrand Piccard and Solar Impulse 2 will arrive in Sevilla. So he's going to give us a quick update on the weather. Wim, here, I'll pass you the microphone. Yeah. You're busy working. So tell us a little bit about what's been happening so far, and then maybe we can see some of the images of what's going to play out over the next couple hours.
Yeah. Well, last night he has been flying near the Azores, towards that point for sunrise. He got the sunrise necessary to charge the batteries, and right now he's actually crossing the front.
He's in it already.
He's crossing it visually, because according forecast, according the soundings on that front, we still can have clouds up till 10 or 11,000 feet. Right now he's reaching 10,000 feet, and he will do it visually because he has a very nice view on the front. So he will fly where there are no clouds at his level. Yeah. And once we arrive at the other side, the route is pretty much clear. There's another feature near Madeira that is moving north that might cross our route towards Sevilla, and now we are checking how to stay out of it or above it.
Yeah. I don't know if we can come around and look at these images. It might be a little bit tricky. How about Sevilla itself? Is it looking clear, and what's the wind situation there? Because I know there are times in the day when it's very windy and other times when it's quieter.
Yeah, but wind conditions in Sevilla are okay. So in the night the wind is always calming down, and there is always a slot to land. So we're aiming for sunrise of tomorrow.
Sunrise.
Yeah, so still 24 hours to go. But that's pretty much the idea. And here you see.
Here, run us through what you're just talking about.
Well, Sevilla is here, so here we don't expect any problem. Right now he's here crossing this front. He's
right
just where my cursor is. It's an animation. We see the day coming in. He's crossing this. He will arrive here, and this is the feature I was talking about. It's mid-level clouds, up till 24,000 feet. They are moving towards our route for Sevilla, and now according to planning we will be above it, but I'm still checking a second time if we don't make an error. But anyway, we will follow that up the whole day. Yeah.
And it looks like it's dissipating a little bit as well. That's what you were saying earlier.
The north part of this feature is dissipating, so he will see some remnants of it when he will be high later on today. But more important is the descent towards Sevilla. We have to be sure that we not fly through those clouds.
Well, and that point is also will be quite tired from traveling. And what about what's going on here? Is this an older map, or is it? Is this?
This is the infrared picture of the same situation, and actually we can see the Cyrus that he saw. Actually, that
and again, Cyrus affects Solar Impulse because it filters the amount of sunlight.
Yes. Those are clouds very high in the sky. They consist of ice crystals. So those clouds, they are transparent, but nevertheless they block a part of the energy that we need to charge the batteries. So we try to avoid them as much as we can. And actually, the white plug here. We can see it in front of him on in the blue sky there. You see some filaments, and that's the Cyrus.
He's just climbing that visually, almost like he's climbing a mountain.
Yeah, no, he's doing it visually. He's above 10,000 feet now, and I think in front of him there are maybe some tops or clouds that reach a little higher than 10,000 feet. But he's climbing anyway, so he's doing it visually.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think we will let you get back to work because I think you've got a bit on your plate here to make sure everything goes smoothly for the next 24 hours,
The weather never
less than 24
stops.
hours.
The weather never stops.
No, weather never stops, exactly. But we're going to go and have a quick chat with our mission director, Raymond Claire, and also Lima Whiskey, or Laurent, as we call him. He's his deputy flight director. He's normally with the plane, but actually now he's at the MCC. And actually also Marcus Scherdel, who is one of the test pilot for Solar Impulse. Hello, gentlemen. So Marcus Scherdel, the test pilot, so one of 3 people that have flown Solar Impulse, and Raymond Claire, of course. So Raymond, tell us how things are going.
Well, all fine for the time being. We had a little exercise this morning because Bertrand thought, I don't know if you spoke already about it, the surprise of Bertrand with the clouds in front. We were watching from here, and it's difficult with this camera to see the distance from the clouds. So we thought, okay, let's wait, let's approach this front. Then we had to make a zigzag, right, left, and to start to climb. So now he's at 10,000 feet, and I think he will cross at this altitude. We'll try to delay as much as possible the further climb for the oxygen, to have him healthy for this evening, for the last night. We expect the landing tomorrow morning at sunrise. In case we have technical problem, it could be earlier because we'll have 2 or 3 hours holding over the sea before the coast, before the Spanish coast. But of course, if we have technical problem, we'll proceed to Sevilla. The team is already in Sevilla. They are preparing everything.
Oh, excellent. Well, that's good to hear. And Marcus, we were just talking about sort of the challenge of navigating clouds, and you've definitely spent quite a few hours in Solar Impulse. Tell us a little bit about what that's like from a pilot's perspective.
Yeah, and that airplane is pretty much limited in capability, so you cannot outclimb clouds. You have to prepare early and adjust your flight path. And the best thing is to navigate to the side of the clouds. On the other side, you have time to look at clouds and see how the situation is developing, because the airplane is relatively slow. And the good thing is we always can wait. As long as the sun is shining, we can wait and delay and adapt to the meteorological conditions.
And also, I mean, you've spent, as I was just saying, you've spent many hours. You were doing some 18-hour, probably longer, of the test flights or maintenance flights in Hawaii. At this point, Bertrand's been flying well over 48 hours is going on into day 3. How is he feeling? What's that like for a pilot?
I think he adapted pretty well. He had a good night with some sleep, some interruptions in the sleep, but I think he got something like more than 4 hours of sleep, 4 hours 40 minutes, something like this. And so I think he's fine.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. And Raymond, you said the team is now in Sevilla. They're getting ready. It looks so everything will be prepared by the time Bertrand arrives.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. So the team arrived from the Azores. I think they landed 1 hour ago.
Okay. Because we did have a back. That was in case we had to do an emergency.
Yes, we positioned the how we call advanced emergency team in the Azores with the Lucien, with the mobile hangar in case we would have problem en route, and we could land there to save the aircraft and the pilot. But when we passed the Azores tonight, we gave the go to fly to Sevilla with the team. So now they arrive there, everything being prepared. At midnight they will be ready. So the earliest landing for us is 3 o'clock, but this is not due to preparation. This is just due to the distance to fly.
Yes, of course. And what about the state of the batteries? Will we be landing with full batteries, or?
No. What the aim today is really to have full batteries at the end of the day, and the altitude, 28,000 feet, to be really safe to spend the night. Okay.
Yeah.
So if something is wrong tomorrow morning, first of all, we have an alternate. This is, I think, Jerez, south of Sevilla. This is prepared. But if needed, we could wait until the evening for the landing. So the idea really is to make as if we would fly tomorrow, Thursday, sorry, for the full day, yeah. So the batteries, they will not be, they will be at the normal level for the morning, about 10% or so. And what we intend to do is, before taking the aircraft in the tent, we'll immediately begin again solar charging early morning after the landing.
So no rest for the ground team.
No rest for the ground team. But afterwards, they will have some time afterwards.
Excellent. All right. Well, I let you guys get back to work. It's a pleasure to be able to chat with you in the front room. Normally it's quiet up here, so I'll sneak that, and then we're going to actually try to go all the way around and speak to one of the air traffic controllers. So, see. Oh, yeah. So we've got 3 air traffic controllers, and they all sit in a back room here at the MCC because a lot of the time they're on the telephone, and so it drives everyone crazy if they were in the room with everyone else. But this is Yves Andre, and he's actually, I think, doing a situational report. So should we're catching him in the middle of some action. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, there you go. Yves Andre. One of our 3 here. Do you want to grab the...
I have to take it? Okay.
Yeah. So tell us, you're doing you said a positional report now, or what sort of report are you working on now?
No, actually, we are flying over the oceanic between the Azores and Spain.
Yeah.
And as we don't have any radar contact or radio contact,
Yeah.
we have to do the position report every hour,
Okay.
giving our actual position, and then for the next position for the next 2 hours.
So then you're sort of filling the shoes of what a pilot would normally have to do.
What the pilot cannot do actually because we are too low, because we have no radio contact, so we do that by phone.
Okay.
And directly with the operator, and then they transmit our position, or if, like it was before, we were at flight level 80, and we wanted to climb to flight level 100, so I had to call Santa Maria to ask them if there is a possibility to climb, if we are clear to climb flight level 100.
Yeah.
Then they called me back, and they said, okay, clear flight level 100. And,
Excellent.
That's how it works.
And so I guess people might think that an air traffic controller, that when their main job is around cities or airports, but it sounds like you've had a job crossing the whole Atlantic. You've had something to do every hour.
For us, yes, for the full Pacific and Atlantic crossing, we were in contact with, first we were with Gander, and now we are with Santa Maria. When we crossed the Pacific, it was with San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it was always the same way of work. We called then the center. The operator note our position, the next position. They transmit that to the RTC, and that's it.
And then everyone knows where everyone is, basically.
They know where we are.
Excellent.
And then now, for the next, if now we wish to climb higher, for instance, first the pilot has to ask me if he has the right. Then I call Santa Maria. I ask the operator the clearance to climb to flight level, let's say 150.
Yeah.
And then I have to wait. Then the operator will ask the ATC. The ATC will give him the clearance, yes or no.
Yeah.
And then I transfer further to the pilot, yes or no.
And what about the next stage? So when we get to Sevilla, does it become your work changes a little bit once you start getting close?
Now, for instance, I just coordinate just before you came. I coordinated with the chief of the tower of Sevilla to see at what time tomorrow morning we can land. And we have I just received the time they wish us to land. Which is not the same as we want.
Okay, so would they like us to land earlier or later?
No, they want us to land earlier, before the traffic start. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm sure traffic probably starts around 6.
Start by 7. By 7, of course, as the airport was closed, then everybody wants to go and everybody wants to arrive.
Yes.
Yes, at the opening hour, it's always the worst.
Always the busiest time. So is it easier, though, dealing with Sevilla than it was with JFK? Or at least finding a slot or time to land or take off?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the same game. Huh? JFK is one of the biggest airports in the world,
Yeah.
where they have the most traffic in the world.
Yeah.
You don't deal the same as in Sevilla, where the airport may close all the night.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
But anyway, they also have restraints. They also have traffic.
Yeah.
And the time we asked before, it's not a good time for them.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So we'll have to find a golden middle. Or a
Exactly,
golden in-between.
exactly. We will do some. We'll see the reaction now of the flight director when I come with their proposal. Okay.
Excellent. We'll probably have a slightly grumpy face. One last question for you. We're now getting into Europe. We've crossed very busy airspace in the US, but of course now we're getting into Europe, and of course the flights to and from the Mediterranean are very busy. Is this going to be is the next leg of the journey going to be quite challenging in terms of ATC?
If we would have arrived in Paris like it was, like we wished before, it would have been very complicated. It would have been very difficult in terms of, because we would have had crossed to a lot of ATCs. We would have, and there is a lot of traffic. Imagine to cross the area of the Balearic just now in June, end of June, beginning of July, where they have the most of traffic. It would have been difficult, I guess.
Yeah.
Now we are in Sevilla. In Sevilla, it depends on the weather, but if we go along North Africa,
Yeah.
I don't have any experience of that region, but I don't think there will be a lot of difficulties due to traffic.
Yeah.
The difficulties will be more because of military reasons or things like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But for the time, we are not too worried about the coordinations with but we have to coordinate with Spain, we have to coordinate with Algeria, with Tunisia, with Italy, with Greece, and then with Egypt.
Yeah, so lots of different countries.
It's a lot of different countries.
So at least one country, one language. Now it's a whole bunch of different languages.
Exactly. And, but I think in terms of traffic, I'm not too worried, no.
Excellent. All right. Well, we should let you get back to work. So you've got your report to file, and you of course have to speak to Raymond and tell him the news.
Bad news.
So yes, we'll be yes, excellent. So we'll be keeping updated. I'll speak
thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
Goodbye.
I think we're going to wrap the show up with that. So at least you've seen get a little bit of a sense of how the Mission Control Center works here. Again, it's Bertrand Piccard and Solar Impulse 2, and they've passed the Azores well over 2/3 of the way across the Atlantic and on their way to Sevilla. We're looking for a time to land in Sevilla, hopefully around sunrise. So if you are in Sevilla, in that area, and want to see a solar-powered airplane landing first thing in the morning, then keep your eye on the website, and we'll be keeping you updated. And we'll, of course, be keeping you updated over the next couple hours as Bertrand Piccard climbs over the front and makes his way, finishes his journey across the Atlantic.
Yes, you're right. That's true.
Collaborate. It will be the airport of the day. So